friends, welcome back to another session of my crypto predictions. Today is it's the 13th of July, so we got Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high, very close to 120k. So just like I told you, just like I predicted, guys, I told you that we will see very powerful pumps around these dates. Okay, I told you we could see the beginning of this very powerful impulsive movement around on the days from these that are contained within this green box, the 7th to the 9th of July. So we got that. It actually started on the 9th of July. That's the day where a new all-time high was reached around 112k. Continues going up in an even more volatile day on the 10th of July, just like I told you. Remember, every time you see a day shared by opposite energies, such as the case right here, you can see it on the green and the red circle, that always almost guarantees extreme volatility. And look at this. It was amazing. Extreme volatile. Now, this continues going up on the 11th, okay? The 11, which is around here. So that's what we got, 118k right there on that day. So this the 12th of July was basically a day in range. Really nothing can be said about that day because it's basically a nothing burger. It was not a correction, it was completely in range. And today we got a new impulse today, very not as volatile as the other ones, but still it's quite decent. You can see it rises to almost 2%. So yeah, very close indeed to 120k. So I believe it was kind of rich. Yeah, we actually reached that. So this is what I talk about, guys, especially for my clients, the ones who requested the Bitcoin charts. I told you, and I was very clear, that this month of July will be very good for Bitcoin. Okay, other cryptos are also benefiting. For example, Ethereum just reached $3,000, so that's pretty good. It's still very far from the all-time high, but still, it's a nice pump for Ethereum. So July is very good for many cryptocurrencies, but especially Bitcoin right there. And just like I told you, I predicted the days and the range of days where this was going to happen. So I really hope you are enjoying the profits. I really hope that if you're trading with my predictions, if you're using them as a guide, I'm sure they are giving you many profits, because many people actually write to me and are thankful ever since I have done these predictions to my channel. They always comment that they have helped them make a lot of money. So I'm very happy with that. So the next days are going to be very interesting, guys. Okay, this is where something crazy could happen. So by tomorrow, we're going to see the start of a red box period. Okay, basically a range of days where we're going to see a strong correction. So the most given that information, the most likely scenario right now is that Bitcoin retraces, okay, maybe 2% or more in the next coming days. I believe this support around 116 could be a good level to find some support. But after that comes a very interesting scenario. Okay, so we still have many green circles. That could mean that the price could, in a surprise movement, break above 120k, so a new all-time high. Okay. However, that will have to be a surprise, like I was saying, because there are no green boxes left for Bitcoin until the 26th. and by then I believe very strong corrections will already take place. So it's really very interesting. I mean, I am actually trying to decide if this is going to be the ultimate all-time high, or if there's an even bigger one waiting for us. Maybe not in this month of July, but in the next ones. Okay, especially again, my clients already know, they have a detailed map of all the days of the months, all the key important periods of the year left that could bring some nice surprises to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as well. And you also already know that I made my predictions about the altcoin season, and I told you that the altcoin season could start around the last quarter of the year. So this is not yet the last quarter. So I got a very interesting comment in one of my videos about the potential of seeing, it was kind of like asking me if this was the bull run on July. And I do have two theories. One is that this is indeed the bull run, and we are very near the ultimate all-time high, the peak of the bull of Bitcoin at least. But at the same time, this I don't really have a lot of time on crypto. I'm not a super expert on crypto. Even before I realized my powers to predict the future, I was not very. I don't have much of the lore of crypto, of the bull run, whatever. But by logic, I believe that a bull run means all coins go crazy. All coins go skyrocketing. Okay? Otherwise, it will not be called a bull run, but rather a Bitcoin run. So something like that. So there is a possibility that this could be whatever level we reach, we still have to reach maybe. And this month of July could be the peak of Bitcoin. But at the same time, I do have other information, another theory that basically tells me that this could be like a false peak. There's a bigger one waiting for us. So with that information, you'll have to decide what strategy you want to follow, okay? I have people in Twitter asking me if this is a good time to short. Just to be sure, I will say no, because the best time to short, in my opinion, regarding my crypto predictions, will be around the last days of July. This is where lots of red boxes are basically clustered together, very near to each other, and that means that we'll see very powerful corrections in succession, basically consecutive red days. So we'll have to prepare for that scenario. But yeah, like I said, anything can happen. There could be some surprises that maybe some of these corrections will be avoided completely. So I don't know. I'm open to that possibility. I just don't see it happening on my predictions. So that's basically all I have. Now let's take a look at Solana and see how it's doing. So Solana very far as well from the peak, the all-time high, which was around $200. So we are still 20% away from that. Yeah, it's going to take more time for Solana. But this is good news, the fact that Solana is responding well to Bitcoin. Obviously not as good, but it's at least pumping. So the only differences that I see with Solana is exactly the ones that I told you. There was the red box sharing many of these days, and that means many of these days could be very volatile, maybe even more volatile than Bitcoin, and that's exactly what we saw. For example, the 12th of July for Bitcoin was a complete range day, but the 12th for Solana was a correction and a volatile day. So this is what happens when you have these energies. Okay, also because the circle corresponding to these days was completely in yellow. There was no clear direction as to where it was going to go. So yeah, Solana doing good. Very good actually, but not as good as Bitcoin. Basically underperforming, which is kind of normal, guys. It's kind of normal because it's very rare to see an altcoin outperform Bitcoin, especially when we're not in the peak of the altcoin season. So I really can't say much about Solana because it shares many of these dates are coming as well for Bitcoin. All I can say is that we need to be prepared for the next days. Okay, we're going to see some corrections. I am already seeing many aligning energies for these days, especially for tomorrow, the 15th also. And basically a range of days will lead to the last 10 days of July, and that's where I believe the strongest corrections will eventually form. So you need to be prepared for that. Again, take your own strategies. If you already have a detailed strategy of what you want to have, of what you want, of when you want to take your profits, all of that, I mean, you can do that. I'm just providing a guide telling you which days could be the most, which days could see the most potential corrections and impulses. So having said that, guys, I hope this information is valuable and useful to you. So just give a like, share, comment, whatever, and follow me. Follow me on my social medias, guys. I'm always posting new stuff, and I will continue posting new stuff. I do have some surprises coming for you in the next months. Maybe a new addition for these graphics. I'm talking about doing weekly predictions as well, doing the weekly trends of each cryptocurrency. Okay, I'm actually experimenting on many other things. So yeah, surprises are coming, guys. Stay tuned for more and take care.